to Center Hice Productions. It is January the 3rd, 2023. Please first hit the likes and the subscribe down below in your right hand corner. I muchly appreciate it. Thank you to my subscribers and Happy New Year's, folks. And we kind of got a New Year's gift from the Habs going into Dallas. They actually won the game 4-3. This was actually a fairly good game. No complaints. Other than in the last 6 minutes, they really put on quite a surge to try to, and came back quite close to us after a 4-1 lead. We almost blew it, but we'd have to say, the team played very well tonight. Even with the surge, I mean, they got a lot more depth and scoring depth than we do. So we held on. Barely. I think the one area we got to improve in is when we get a chance to clear the puck, we got to learn how to clear the puck. We get a lot of attempts that we just don't put enough sauce on it. So that's our downfall. But other than that, the team all the way around played a very good game. And really, there were several different types of notes in this game. Okay, we're going to start off with just very quick box score and stats. First period, Montreal 2-1. Dallas started the scoring like 11 seconds into the game. It wasn't looking very promising, but we did manage to turn things around. We didn't choke from the early goal. We hung in, and immediately it was like we woke up and realized we got to really turn it up a notch. So it was 2-1 after the first. Montreal added one in the second, so it was 3-1. Then we went ahead 4-1, and then, like I said, Dallas emptied their net and got two goals with the extra attacker. So the final score was 4-3. Well played game. No doubt, to me, the two main stars of the game that stood out the most. Everybody played well for the most part. Couple, yeah. But by far, Sam Montembeault and Slavkovsky, to me, a lot of those goals don't happen if it wasn't for the work that Slav did. So, to me, those two should have been stars. And they weren't, but they should have been. Okay, so... and we got two goals from two defensemen. We got a goal from Caden Gooley, who got the second goal in the first period after Suzuki got one. And then Jordan Harris added one. It was unassisted, but without the work Slav did and taking the guy out so that Harris could grab it in front of them. Without that being done, there's no goal. So Slav doesn't get any credit, but nice to see Harris get a goal too. What a beautiful shot when he went in and had two options to pass, and he fired it instead, and when he pinpointed, beautiful shot. So Montreal's been leading the defenseman scoring in the league. Sam Montembeault stopped 30 shots. Canadians held off the Dallas Stars 4-3. Nick Suzuki had a goal. Cole Caulfield also scored for the Canadians with our two defensemen to end a three-game losing streak that went 3-3-1 in a season-long 7-game road trip. So that's 500. So that's not bad. Wyatt Johnson had a goal and an assist, while Jamie Benn and Jason Robertson also scored for the Stars, who had 6-game home winning streak snapped. Scott Wedgwood made 14 saves. Dallas pulled Wedgwood more than 6 minutes. There was more than 6 minutes left of trailing 4-1. Johnson and Robertson scored on 6 on 5 goals at 16-12 and 18 minutes. Johnson's goal ended a 16-game drought. So it was a good one, no doubt. We managed to hang on at the end, and they were all over us, right around the nets. They were very close to, but the clock ran out, thank goodness. So, but a hard fought game. I got to say the defense played a lot better tonight. Uh, really, there were that many, as many. There were still some mistakes, but not as many. Um, I got to say, Harris played a solid game. Gooley played a solid game. Even Matheson played better. Savard kind of got caught a little bit with his speed in a goal that I seen. So Kovacevic played well. Struble played well. So their defense. You know, uh, I just would have to say, but Savard made up for it in the end, and that was really only one goal that I noticed he was out of position. But however, uh, overall, Savard more than made up for it with the shot blocks. I just wish he had more speed. However, great game by him. Lots of heart. So, first star was Montembeault, 30 saves, with so it puts him at 909. Suzuki got the second star. I don't, technically, even though he had a goal and assist, I don't think he was the second star. I think it should have been Slavkovsky. And then Johnson, for them, was the third star. You could debate between Johnson and Suzuki, who would have been my third star. Anyway, scoring summary. 0.11 seconds, Jamie Benn scores, assisted by Wyatt Johnston. Montreal responds at 4:14. Nick Suzuki, assisted by Slavkovsky and Harris. So Harris had a good game as well. There's another guy that could have made it on the start board. 9:46. Caden Gooley scored, assisted by Kovacevic and Pizzetta. And second period, Jordan Harris scores unassisted, and that goal is deceiving because, like I say, Slav made that happen so that he could take off with the puck. Third period, same thing. Slav was in on this, unfortunately, being the guy to start to play. Caulfield gets a goal assisted by Monahan and Suzuki on the power play. But Slav had put the puck into Suzuki. So, here's a power play goal, one goal, and like I say, this does not mean our power play solved just because we got one power play goal. We couldn't score on a 5-minute major. So, that tells you something there. They managed to kill that off. And then anyway, 16, so that, oh boy, excuse me. So yeah, Cole Caulfield scored that one at 6:45. 16-12, as we said, Wyatt Johnson scores, assisted by Dandanov and Mason Marshman. And 18 minutes, Jason Robertson scores, assisted by Matt Duchesne and Mason Marshman, who had a pretty good game himself. And this was very deceiving because they bombarded us at the end. I mean, they just had it full of cylinders. They threw everything in the kitchen sink at the Habs at the end. And I was impressed that we managed to hang in. I didn't like the fact that they got 2 goals, especially when we had opportunities to bury it in an open net. We blew it. Although now, mind you, they had 2 players on one play block a shot, but there were other chances where we could have gotten a puck in the net, and it's almost like we panicked a little bit. And then anyway, so that's 18-33, so they definitely outshot us by a nice landslide. With Montembeault, who stood on his head in this game, was just actually, the score is deceiving. He actually he really did stand on his head. In this game, he was exceptional. After that first goal, he played an outstanding game. The end, Serge was kind of, like I say, a result of us being a little bit flat-footed and trying to deal with the depth of their goal scorers. And of course, we didn't. Like I said, we hadn't buried it when we had a couple chances in an empty net. So yeah. So then we go to the hit departments. 20-15 for the Habs face-offs. They edged us 28-26. We got 1 out of 3 power plays. Like I say, doesn't mean the power play solved. They got 0 for 1. We actually killed a penalty tonight. There's a miracle. Penalty minutes 2-6. Very disciplined game. Giveaways 8 for the Habs. That's where we still got to clean things up. Just that's still too many giveaways, and that all definitely helps them. You know, um, their game, your opposition's game, with opportunities. And they had 4 giveaways. We had 7 takeaways, which was impressive, and they had 5 block shots. This is what was the difference. The amount of block shots by the defensemen and a few of the players, like Slav, um, just well done. Well done. They all put their bodies on the line. That was the difference. 25 block shots. Unbelievable. So there was a lot of help for Monty there. So excellent game by the Habs, gotta say. I mean, I'm sitting here wanting them to get lower, but they wanted to make the road trip not look as bad as it was looking. And so they come out 500 on the road trip, that 7-game road trip. So very spirited game, well played by the team. The team. Yeah, it was quite a good game. Some heavy hits thrown by Pizzetta, which was nice to see. It was quite a physical affair. Um, I would have to say line 1 was really pretty good tonight, although the whole team was pretty good. I think that move of having the extra defenseman, I think it's a good move, to be honest. I think I like that move since they've been using the 7th defenseman. I think it's a good move, personally. Um, you know, it's unfortunate that it's Dvorak that's the guy that's being pulled. However, the other guys right now have hotter hands, so that's probably the reasoning. And maybe they're going to juggle them at some point. I don't know, because everybody played so well. But overall, like I said, Jordan Harris was just like a veteran. I think that was a good move, too. I've seen him on a lot of shifts with Gooley, and I think that's a better pairing than Gooley and Barron. That just wasn't working. It was like Barron was dragging Gooley down. So I think this pairing worked much better. I think Struble with the alternation of Kovacevic and Barron, it was a good move. Juggling those 3, I think it was a good move. Barron had a much stronger game too, a lot less mistakes, no real major cough ups. So this was impressive, and I like that with Matheson as well. The cough ups weren't so visible. There weren't so many of them, and they once in a while they were taking 2 men onto 1, but not as frequent tonight. This was a big improvement, where you could see them sticking to, if 3 men were in the corner, 3 Habs were in the corner with them in their own end. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see 3 Habs on 1 player. That's how we get scored on. And they got to clue in. And I think tonight they did clue into that. I think there was some work. I'm betting any money in practice they were coming on to them on that and getting them to clean that mess up, stick to 1 player. But a lot of great back checking from the team. Yeah, very spirited game. I mean, Slav, that pass to Suzuki was beautiful. He had a strong game. He was good on the boards, winning his puck battles. He was great defensively. I only seen him in 1 shift stand around a little bit on the defense, in the defensive zone. But you could say everybody had their moments of a bad shift in that regard. Anderson kind of got hurt twice. I'm a little concerned with that. It looked like he might have taken a shot in the leg area, because earlier he had taken a shot in the hand, blocking a shot. I believe that's what it was from. He went to the bench then, but then he took a shot in the leg and couldn't get up very well. He was very, very slow to get up, and it looked like he was having major trouble. So I hope that's not a serious injury, because it'd be a shame to lose him now that he's out of his scoring slump. Um, Again, he did have some moments where he wasn't skating in his own end, flat-footed, standing around, and it's almost like he doesn't know who to pick up. I think that's somebody they got to work with on the defensive end. I think the coach has got to get him to take a man, let the stop hanging in no man's land with nobody, and even Slav could work on that a little bit as well. Just take a body and let everybody take their man, and it'll work out. But just don't stand there. That's where Slav has the edge. He does tend to break up a lot of plays, so and manage to get the puck out for us. Thank God for that. But Anderson's got to improve in that defensive zone. He was playing better in the other games defensively than he had tonight. But he still had a good game. Don't get me wrong. But I hope he's not injured where he's producing. And it looks to me like Suzuki and Caulfield are out of their slumps, and I think a lot of that has to do with Slav setting them up so many times. I was saying that eventually had to come through because he set them up so many times. So it was a matter of time that was going to start clicking. But a good, solid game. A lot of high sticks from Dallas's end. Um, that's what got them the major in the third. Almost messed them up for a good 6 minutes that they lost on that. But Habs also got to learn how to bury a game when there's an opportunity to get an empty netter. Something they got to work a little more on. I would say that's just one of the things. But overall, a fantastic game by the boys, spirited game, and they hung in like a team. Good, solid effort from Evans and the youngster. I think it's Stevens with him. Good games, and Alonum was very good, excellent. And Monahan did get burnt once out of position that cost the goal against us. Just delayed reaction, lost his man, and it ended up where Harris was too far away to grab him because Gooley had his man. So anyway, with that being said, great victory for the Habs. They should be coming home now after this game, I would think. So I will be reviewing the next game. Where's the Puck Drop First here at Center Heights Productions. Remember that. Please hit the likes and subscribe. And we shall catch you in the next review. I'm trying to see who that's against. Okay, let's see if we can get there. All right. Yeah, okay. We got... Here, one moment. I don't know why that went there because I don't really... Okay. Why is that doing that? Okay. It's not doing what I want it to do. Here we go. Okay, so Friday night, I believe. Or hold it now, Thursday night. The Sabres are in Montreal, so yes, they are going home. I will be reviewing that game. We will catch you in that review. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. Let's hit the likes. Try to get 100, 150. Please start subscribing. It would be nice to get the support. We're trying to grow a good community here. And Happy New Year once again to everybody out there. And we will catch you in the next episode. And like I say, great victory for the Habs today. A good way to start off the new year. They just didn't buckle. Good to see. All right, we will catch you on Thursday's game with Buffalo coming to town. That should be a good game. All right, take care. God bless.